Hi, One Green Planet readers. My name is Heather. I'm from healthyveganrecipes.net. Today I wanted to show you an amazingly easy and delicious spring recipe for you. And we're going to use an herb that sometimes gets overlooked because it's not too common. And that's this one right behind me here, tarragon. I'm just going to cut off a piece. It's a beautiful herb. It's got beautiful long leaves on it, and it tastes really, really nice with asparagus, which is in season right now. I'm also going to grab some chives, which are in another area of my garden, because it's always nice to have a little onion family in your dish. If you're not lucky enough to have these things growing in your garden, you can find them in your local farmer's market. So asparagus is one thing that I don't have growing in my garden, but I got some beautiful fresh asparagus from the market. So what you're gonna do is get this ready, and I'm gonna steam it today, and then I'm gonna make a dressing with the tarragon and the chives that I just picked. But to get it ready for steaming, often what people say is that you take the asparagus and bend it, and wherever it snaps off, that's where it's gonna be fresh. But you can also just cut off the ends, and think of it like broccoli. You can take off the very bottom part that might be a little too tough, and then inside is still nice asparagus flesh. So like I said, I'm gonna steam the asparagus, but I'm not gonna use a steaming basket. What I'm doing is I've just got a little bit of water here at the bottom of my pot, and I'm gonna throw my asparagus in there, give them a little sprinkle of salt. I find that helps them cook faster, and so what that means is that they'll retain more of their texture, but they'll still be nicely softened and have a great flavor. Whereas if I don't use salt, I have to cook them for too long so that they get too soft. Then while the asparagus is cooking, I'm going to make a little dressing with our fresh tarragon and chives. So what I'm going to do is just infuse them into a little bit of olive oil, which I'll then drizzle over the asparagus once it's cooked. That way it releases the flavor of the tarragon and the chives, and I'm gonna put a little garlic in here too, because that never hurt anybody. My favorite way to chop fresh herbs is by using some kitchen scissors, and then you can just hold them and chop them, and very easy and quick. It does get a little tricky when you get close to your fingers though. Okay, so there's our chives. Like I said, putting them into the olive oil is going to release their flavor so that it'll be infused into the oil. And then same thing with the tarragon. I'm just going to pull off those long, slender leaves from the stem, cut them up, and then put them into the oil. Tarragon has a fairly strong flavor, so just use as much as you want. And if you're not sure if you're gonna like it, just take a little piece of the tarragon and give it a taste. It's hard to describe because it's a really distinctive flavor, but it has a little bit of a reminiscence of like dill or fennel, somewhere in that range. And then the rest of your stem is going to wilt pretty quickly after you pick it, or if you buy it, same thing. So just trim off the end to make sure it's got a fresh area for water to be sucked up, and then you can just put it in a little vase or some type of cup with some water. And then it'll like it best in the fridge, especially if it's really, really hot out in the middle of summer. And then I'm gonna add 2 little cloves of garlic to my dressing. You can press them or mince them, whichever you prefer. So get your asparagus laid out on your plate. And then you can drizzle it with your oil, chive, tarragon mixture. It's gonna be so delicious. If you're serving this as a side, you could toss it with the dressing And you know what would be really fantastic on here? A little squeeze of lemon or lime juice. So I'm just going to take a little slice and squeeze it on top. And this will make an excellent little snack if you want, mid-afternoon asparagus snack, or you can have it on the side of another dish. You could put it onto some veggie burgers as a topping or into some tacos. You could put it on top of a salad, which would be lovely, and it tastes phenomenal. Tarragon and asparagus are a very excellent spring combo. So thanks for watching, guys. You can find this recipe plus some seasonal eating guides at One Green Planet, and you can find more of my stuff over at healthyveganrecipes.net.